Come up to a house. I think I've gone the wrong way. Yeah, I've already gone the wrong way. Already gone the wrong way. If you're from the Suffolk area, you might know the story. You might not. Do you know the story? If you're here, could you turn that off? Thank you very much. I don't believe in a God that was created by man. Morris. God's name is Morris, is it? Gotta be honest, I was expecting more.
It's beautiful here.
It's really not. I've got to be honest. Collect. What do you want us to collect? Okay, ladies and gents, we are at our next location. Now leaving the car park. I forget this camera hasn't got night vision, so you can't see when I don't move the torch. But yeah, come to a desolate little beach on the Suffolk coast. Coming up to a house. I think I've gone the wrong way. Yeah, I've already gone the wrong way. Already gone the wrong way. It's about to walk up to those poor people's house. Bloody ridiculous. Right. Okay, I found the path. I will update you when I'm a bit closer. Cool. Okay, so there is no one out here. I mean, there's a Martello Tower there. And there's an empty house here. I say empty because there's no lights on. I thought there'd be some fishermen. I think there's one over there. Yeah. Okay, keep going. We'll leave the fishermen in peace. Oh, we have some 5-bar gate action. Fair play. Haven't got to go over it. Where have we? Private land. Hmm? Okay. I have to go around it. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Right, I'll leave it there for now, folks. I'll catch you in a bit. I'm still walking, folks. Trying to find a marker for where I'm trying to get to. At the moment, I feel like I'm closer to home than the car. Of course, you don't know where I am yet, but what you do, you've seen the zoom. Yeah, you know where I am. On Shingle Street. Very frosty winter evening. Really cold. I'm going to have a look on the map in a minute. Okay, I'll try again. I'll give you a shout in a minute when I think I'm actually there. Good evening, folks. We are live on the Suffolk coast. I eventually found where I was trying to get to. Yeah. So, immediately I've set up a M.O.D and the K2 meter. Probably see them there. Try and move it for you. Someone here? You here with me? Could you light up the other device? I've got a little chill. If you're here, can you stop touching the device? Okay, what are you saying then? You got anything interesting to say, or is that going to be about it? Still going on. That resets it. And none of that, setting it off. K2 hasn't moved a blip. I'm not trusting you. Yeah. Although I wasn't doing that at home. If that is someone manipulating it, could you please do it some more? Light up another light. That's an animal in the distance. Right, now, there is a reason why I've brought us all out here. Well, I've brought me out here. You lot just get to watch. If you're from the Suffolk area, you might know the story. You might not. Do you know the story? I'm just going to carry on and see what happens. So, World War II. Britain and the Allies just had their butts handed to them on the continent and had to leg it back from Dunkirk. Story of the little ships. We all know that one. The massive motion picture Dunkirk. Yeah. So, Battle of Britain is raging. RAF holding their own, just about keeping their heads above water, keeping the whole country above water. Now, allegedly, we don't know if this actually happened or not. The Germans preemptively attempted a minor incursion on British soil. And again, if you look online for this story, there's barely anything. And yeah, there's nothing really. A couple of articles here and there, dismissing it mainly. The M.O.D has never admitted anything happened here. The government has never admitted anything happened here. But apparently, on August the 30th, 1940, a small contingent of German troops attempted to land on this beach. Now what they didn't know was the countermeasures that the British had set up. Does this ring any bells with you, does it? Do you know what I'm talking about? The British countermeasures, essentially from what I've grasped, were some sort of pipeline just offshore, not far, 5-10 metres, which was filled with fuel, essentially, probably kerosene, petrol, and yeah, allegedly, when the Germans attempted their landing, yeah, they set that bitch alight. Now, you can obviously see why they wouldn't necessarily admit to this incident actually occurring. It's not really the done thing, is it? But at the same time, it is wartime, so I'm not judging anyone, don't get me wrong, but I'm not judging you if you're here. If you are one of these German troops, I don't mean you any disrespect. I bear you no ill feeling from the war. That was a long time ago, and you were quite simply following orders. So yeah, you can kind of see why this might have been covered up. Although other incidents, like M.O.D, that wasn't covered up. They admitted to that one. M.O.D is M.O.D. K2 flashed, and the REM pod's just gone off. M.O.D, is there someone here with me now? When I say the words M.O.D, do you know what I'm talking about? If you're here, could you turn that off? Thank you very much. That was pretty good timing. Probably coincidental, but just for confirmation, if you are here with me, could you light up all 4 lights? No, you don't want to know? Okay, M.O.D, The French were defeated. France had fallen to the Germans. It was now occupied territory. A large portion of the French fleet were at anchor in North Africa. Do you know this story? Do you seem to be reacting to it? I wish you'd use one of the other devices though. Use one of the other devices just to confirm that it is actually someone manipulating this, and I'm not just talking to some random crap. No? Okay. Winston Churchill gave them 5 options, the French admiral in charge of this fleet. 5 options, I can't remember what they all were now. Basically, come over to our side, work with us as your French government is doing in London, the French government in exile in London. Sail to another safe French port in like the Bahamas or somewhere. 5 options he gave this French admiral, and the 5th option was, if you don't take care of this fleet, we're going to take care of it before it falls into Nazi hands. And the French didn't believe them. They didn't think they'd do it, and consequently one of the darkest hours of wartime Britain happened. 1,200 French sailors were killed and wounded, I believe. Dark day. And they admitted that one. So if they admitted that one, why would they not admit this one? Lights had gone off. So allegedly they would find bits of molten metal up and down this shoreline, all the way from Aldborough to Walton on the Naze, was what I read in one article. If you're from the area and you don't know this story, don't feel bad. I heard this story through a friend of my dad's who grew up in Aldborough, and I believe he had family members who claimed to have witnessed the aftermath. Is that true? Someone witnessed the aftermath of the massacre that took place here? And I found another article online. Some lady lives in the local area, said that her father-in-law used to mention it from time to time. Not proudly, don't get me wrong, they weren't bragging, they certainly weren't bragging about it. But they wanted people to know that it happened, that it actually took place. And that's why I'm here tonight. That's why I've come here. Edge of the Suffolk coast, not the edge where I live, a few miles up the road, different bit of the edge. All for my M.O.D to just give me one light and not make any sense. It's very cold tonight, people. It's January the 10th, 2025. And I've got nothing better to do with my life. Okay, M.O.D, you're starting to annoy me now. If there's anyone here, feel free to come and make contact with me. I don't mean you any disrespect. I don't mean you any harm. I'm just here out of respect for you and what you possibly went through. Even if you're nothing to do with the Germans. The Germans. Do you like that when I said the Germans? Second light lit up then, if you're not aware of that. I'm right on the coast, so I'm probably 100 metres from the water. But my thinking is, if there is something here, we should attract it by what we're doing. Obviously I'm not just here for German soldiers. There's got to be plenty of shipwrecks happened along these coasts over the years. If anyone involved in one of them wants to come and talk, you're more than welcome. I don't mean you any harm, I don't mean you any disrespect. Lovely moon again tonight, people. Lovely moon. Why do I only come out when the moon's out? Don't know. So if you're here, you could touch one of these devices, make it light up. If you touch the green light, that light will change colour. If you touch the other one, they will let off little red lights. The one right on the path, that will set off sound as well. You're more than welcome to trigger them, that's why I brought them. See if they work. See if I can get you to make them work. Okay. Phone is on airplane mode. It is. It's on airplane mode. Spirit Talker will be active in a minute. Is that you activating the REM pod? If it is, can you turn it off? Right, Spirit Talker is active. Can you turn the REM pod off for me, please? Can you maybe manipulate the other one? If you manipulate the other one, I'll be impressed. Spirit Talker is on. It's just on the floor near the camera. I don't know how loud it's going to be. Hasn't said anything yet though. Unusual. Usually get a little something to welcome you opening the app up. Okay. Would you like to try and communicate? I'm here with all respect. Meaning no harm. Just trying to prove whether... Well, said cocaine. As in cocaine. We do know the German troops were on all kinds of, we'll say medication. We'll call it medication, shall we? Yeah, alright. What the fuck? All the things you could pick out.
Theodore.
Theodore. Is that your name? Thought I just heard something behind me then.
Liar.
No, I did. I thought I did. It says liar. Who's a liar? What are we lying about? British government for covering it up? Is that a yes? Phone's on airplane mode, so it ain't that setting it off. Liar. Who are you calling a liar? Am I a liar? Are you saying you're a liar? Does that mean anything specifically? Okay, we're not really getting a lot of sense out of these guys.
The bench.
The bench. I've got a stool that I'm sitting on. A little camping stool that I brought. There's no bench though. Well, to be fair, it's absolutely pitch black. I couldn't tell you if there was a bench 5 foot from me. I'll be pretty annoyed if there bloody is, because I'm sat on this little camping stool. Are you sat on the bench? Are you a judge? It is a cold one tonight, folks. Oh, it really is. It really is. So, no one has successfully guessed.
Raymond.
Raymond. Not that no one has successfully guessed Raymond. That's two different things crossing over. Is Raymond here? If Raymond's here, would you like to come and communicate? Touch one of these devices? So yeah, folks, no one's guessed it yet. The TMB, what it stands for. I thought someone would have got it by now, to be perfectly honest. I said it about 4 times at Framlingham. Still, it's easy for me when I know what it stands for, isn't it? If I was in your shoes, I probably wouldn't be able to guess in a million years. Anybody want to come for a chat? That's why we're here. That didn't go very well. First ball, I think, set the M.O.D off, and when the second ball landed, I think it landed right on the off switch and turned it off. M.O.D's probably going to go off.
Beginning.
Beginning. Beginning of what? Beginning of some entertainment? Beginning of communication, maybe. Beginning of my midlife crisis. Beginning of the onset of my hypothermia. Sounded like movement behind me. Don't think it was. Get the power beam on.
Sliced.
Sliced. And diced. How you like your pizza? Come on, if there's anyone here, I'm here for your amusement. Edith. Is that not the second investigation on the trot I've had Edith come through? Is there an Edith with me? Is there an Edith that wants to contact me for some reason? I'm just ignoring that one light on the REM pod. I don't trust it. The other one hasn't gone off. K2's flashed once or twice. Nothing from the balls. Got anything to say about that? Do you not like that? Or do you like it? It's true, apparently. Apparently that actual fact about that person is 100% true. According to his medical... Thumb screw. So they certainly weren't used here. But yeah, that rumour that we all know. Apparently that was true, according to his medical records as a child. Not that I've seen them, but I've watched the documentary, and yeah, he did. He did. Or one up, one down, I think is a better way to put it. You lost the war, do you know that? All of that for nothing. Millions of people dead for nothing, including yourselves. What a waste. Probably in your early 20s, most of you. Failed. Yeah, failed. The whole war effort failed. Your invasion failed. Invasion, your landing, we'll call it a landing if it actually happened. It's quite good timing for the failed to come through, got to be honest, but I don't think it's anything. Okay, thought I heard a voice. It's just an animal. Sounded like a bloke in the distance just going, yeah. Hey, can you hear it? Yeah, 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 I've got you, yeah, I've got you. It's like he's on the phone. It's like he's on the phone accepting a delivery. Yeah, yeah.
Hell.
Hell. Oh, I don't know what to say about that one. If you were here and what is alleged to have happened, that would be pretty close to hell, I've got to be honest. It's like Saving Private Ryan, but as well as instead of the incoming gunfire as they leave the landing craft on the beach, there's nothing, silence. They're thinking, well, hey, we're in here, boys. They don't even know we've arrived. And then all of a sudden, from one corner of the little bay here, small little spark from some random British troop, and woof, the whole lot up in flames. Nowhere to go.
Abandon.
Abandoned? It's actually abandon. So you think, should I abandon? Should I give up? You're not going to talk to me? I don't blame you, I've got to be honest. I wouldn't hang out here if I died in that situation. REM pod's not turning off though. It stayed on the whole time. There's not much to see here, folks, so I'm not really going to be doing much camera work. Camera's on the tripod at the moment. It's probably going to stay there for the rest of the investigation. There's literally, you can't see anything. My infrared obviously won't pick up the sea. It's a little breezy tonight. I had to try and find a location that was a little bit out of the wind. I did originally go closer to the beach, but I got cold. Two lights there, flashing me. Is that someone? If that is someone, light up all four of them. Grab hold of that metal aerial. Grab hold of the metal aerial. That will light up all four. If that is someone, can you let it go?
You were patient.
Thank you, I am quite patient. Can you let it go? Or hold on to it some more? Either or. Weird animal screech then in the background. I saw a fisherman on the beach as I was walking down here from quite a distance, but he's quite far away from me, I think. Probably about 300-400 metres. Both of them off. Thank you for turning that off. Can you use one of the other devices? Use one of the other ones. Touch my balls. Touch the other K2. Or that other REM pod in the distance. Nothing, folks. Nothing. Glad that REM pod went off though. It's quite strange.
Recording.
I am recording. Do you want to come and do something for the camera? There's nothing on the thermal camera. Could just hear a church bell in the distance.
The land.
The land. That's why I'm here, to see if you're attached to the land. We had recording before that. None of these are hitting with me. None. Ooh. Yeah, so Shingle Street is a tiny little hamlet, possibly. Don't even think it's big enough to be a village. Yeah, right on the edge of the Suffolk coast. Anyone from my hometown who hasn't been there, it's Landguard. Essentially, it's Landguard. It's Landguard Common. That's one that I plan to do in the future. The beach area. The beach area outside Landguard Fort.
No, I won't.
I don't want you to do it, I want to do it. See, no I won't, that makes no sense. Had I been calling out and asking for stuff, like the app probably assumes I'm doing, that would have then freaked me out, wouldn't it? I'd have been like, no I won't use that device. See what I mean? I'm a spirit talker. Ugh,
We're not nasty.
we're not nasty. I never suggested you were. I even forgave you for your invasion, essentially. If you're here, prove it.
Don't go.
Not going anywhere yet. Prove it to me by using one of the other devices. Either the black box on the path, the K2 device, or the balls.
Phone.
Phone, yeah, interesting how a bloke from World War II would recognise that, isn't it? Have a phone in World War II, you'd have to be inside a house or a phone box, and I clearly don't have either of those, so he wouldn't recognise the devices I've got here as a phone. He would have been a he, so don't worry about mixing up my genders tonight, they are definitely all male.
Faces in fog.
Faces in Fog. Sounds like a good name for a band, doesn't it, actually? Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, on the main stage we have Faces in Fog. With their smash hit cover, I can see clearly now. Oh dear. Woo! Glad I make me laugh, Christ. Where are these Germans then? Come on! I've got to be honest, the longer I'm here, the more stuff is not happening. I don't actually think there's anyone here. A church has been going off for a little while in the distance though, must admit. Right, time for a battery change, people. I'll see you on the other side. And we're back. Typically, as soon as the camera went off, the REM pod lit up. I've left it exactly as is, I haven't moved off my stool. But we did have a couple of things come through Spirit Talker, sorry. We had Come and Go. I didn't really know how to take that one. And then we had Do You Like God? What? Fuck are you on about, do I like God? No, was my immediate answer. I don't believe in a God that was created by man.
Morris.
Morris. God's name is Morris, is it? Gotta be honest, I was expecting more. Not that there's anything wrong with being called Morris. To any Morrises out there?
Lad.
Lad. Oi oi lads. I would be a lad compared to you. But then I wouldn't, because if you guys perished in your early 20s, I'm like double that nearly, so who are you calling a fucking lad? Okay, I think I'm going to move that REM pod. Just out of curiosity, I'm going to stick it near the other one. Just to see if we get any different activity, or whether it keeps doing the same.
It's beautiful here.
It's really not. I gotta be honest. If there was a beach, if I had the choice of beaches, this is not the one. It's beautiful here. You can see what I can see, people. I mean, there's no pollution or anything like that. Don't get me wrong. Wildlife probably quite happy here. The native wildlife. But you wouldn't walk along here and go, oh, this is beautiful.
My name is Mildred.
Mildred. I highly doubt it. Unless you were a German soldier with a weekend gig that you didn't really want your bosses to find out about. Unless, of course, there is the spirit of a lady called Mildred. If you're here, Mildred.
Amazing.
Amazing Mildred. Amazing Mildred. Okay. If you're that amazing, Mildred, can you do something for me with one of the devices? It's up to you. Nothing from Mildred. Come on, Mildred.
What is in your hand?
Absolutely nothing. I've got my hands in my pockets because it's so cold. I tell a lie. I do have a little charging cable in my hand. But they couldn't see that. It's in my pocket. This is ridiculous. That's the spirit talker just chatting crap. Come
You
on.
make a difference.
You make a difference. It's back to that bloody coaching thing again, isn't it? You make a difference. You are meaningful. The world would be worse without you. Do you reckon they assume that most people that are into the paranormal are severely depressed? And they're likely on the verge of suicide anyway? So they feel the need that, like, if you're using this app, you're that close to death. We feel like we should probably throw you a bone here and there, and you make a difference. Yeah, don't worry. We appreciate you. Martha, right? I shouldn't knock it. At least it's complimentary.
Please don't go now.
I haven't said anything about leaving. No, that doesn't make any sense. Sorry. You got me good last time. Me and Woods. 2 times we were packing up. It said something like, "Don't go," and then listen, and then like listen out. literally as I'm packing the stuff up to go. But as you know yourselves, I haven't said anything about leaving. No reason for it to say that. I know this is boring, I apologise, but there's not much I can do. This is all just an experiment. You've basically just tuned in to watch me sit on a beach on my own for half an hour, 3/4 of an hour, whatever it turns out to be. You can light this device up. You're more than welcome to. Don't mean you any disrespect. Don't mean you any harm.
I am Desdemona.
Pardon? The hell does that mean? Desdemona. D-E-S-D-E-M-O-N-A. I am Desdemona. That is not a typical Suffolk name. You're welcome, Desdemona. If you're here, take my hand. Touch my hand. Another one that people say often is, come and touch this device. It won't hurt you. And we're like, I sat there, watched it like, won't it? We know that, do we? When did I miss a meeting? How do we know that when they touch it, they don't get like an electric shock? We don't. We just assume. But I mean, naturally we do it. Do you know what I mean? Come and touch this. It won't hurt you. We haven't got a clue. Could be like a thunderbolt to them. Do you know what I mean? I'm saying to them, can you come and touch my REM pod? And they're just like, it's possible, isn't it?
Laughter.
Does that make you laugh? Was that funny? Feels like the fog is coming in now though, people. It did say faces in the mist earlier or whatever, or faces in the fog, but I don't think that's linked. I think it's pure crap coming out of Spirit Talker, quite frankly. So yeah, I 100% believe in the paranormal, in the afterlife. I'm not here for proof. I gotta be honest. It'd be wicked, it'd be really cool, but it's not the be all and end all of my night. Oh, I just heard a church bell then. It's exactly midnight. So yeah, can't really see anything out here. As I said, if I lift the camera up and move it, there's no point, you're not going to see anything. I'll take a shot of the moon before I leave. See the Big Dipper up there again.
Tranquil.
Tranquil. That was good timing. It is tranquil. But I would assume that most paranormal hunts are tranquil. Not exactly going to do it in a club, are you?
Torch.
Torch. I haven't got a torch on at all. Got several on me, but I haven't got one on. If you've got a torch, light it up. Let me see you. Not a single light from horizon to horizon. Plane in the distance over there. Definitely a plane. Definitely a plane. Nothing happening, is there? Ain't nothing happening. What? Hungry. Hungry. I think if you've crossed over, I don't think you feel stuff like that. I don't think it works like that. Might do, I mean obviously I don't know, but where are you from, Hungary? Detachment of Hungarians that got
Elegance.
a detachment of elegant Hungarians. Alright, fair enough. You're all very elegant Hungarians that got sent to gracefully take the British coast. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, people. Just trying to make that make sense, but it's never going to work, is it? Elegant Hungarians. Not that Hungarians can't be elegant, that's not what I'm saying. I'm sure I've met someone from Hungary. I'm sure I have. I'll have to check that later. It makes any difference to the investigation, I guess.
Justice.
Justice. Justice. Okay, take this seriously. Come on, say it's a spirit. Justice. You died in a horrific manner on a foreign beach. I can quite honestly believe
Goodbye, friend.
you would want some justice. It's a bit rude, isn't it? I'm fucking halfway through a sentence and you're like, I'm off, see ya. Goodbye, friend. See what I mean? I think it's rubbish. It's interesting, I'll use it, I'll keep it on.
Comfort.
Comfort. Well, it's not really comforting, it's more filler, isn't it? Imagine how boring this would be if I wasn't using the spirit talker app. It would literally be just me sat here talking to myself.
Cursed.
Sorry folks, just left you for a second there. We got cursed. Through the spirit talker, I didn't just randomly get cursed. Just realised what I suddenly alluded to though. Sorry folks, I just disappeared and got
I'm making it cold.
cursed. You are... I'm making it cold. No, you're fucking not, mate. January. It's nothing, is there? You're not doing nothing for me. REM-pod stopped reacting. Other REM-pod hasn't reacted at all. That's my
Name.
keys in my pocket jingling. My name is Rory. What's your name? Would you light up one of these devices if you're willing to communicate with me? Tell me your name. No? Okay, fair enough.
Abomination.
Abomination. Me? You? Everybody. Everybody. I need you. I need you. What's an abomination? I've got nothing better to do in my life. Moon looks cool tonight. I said that earlier, but just reiterating, in case you forgot. Woo! It is chilly. We might have to call it quits there, folks, because we ain't getting no joy out of these folks, are we?
Deception.
Deception. Why? You have no need. Bloody church bells going off. It's one of them every 15 minutes, isn't it? Every 15 minutes. Must be Oldborough. I know what a lot of people will say though. That's Dunwich. That's Dunwich. That is. That's the bell under the sea from the old churches. Is it? Fuck. It really keeps going though, doesn't it? Don't fucking shut up. I think it's stopped now. I don't know if you can hear that on the camera, but it's actually still going. Why on earth is there a church bell going off? midnight. For a prolonged period.
Get out of here.
I mean, that was going for about 30 seconds. Get out of here. No. Make me. Come on, I don't even believe you're here at the moment. Prove me wrong. You want me to go, you're going to have to give me a reason. Can't, you can scare the shit out of me. Nothing, that's what I thought. For anyone familiar with the area, I am on the path between the old World War II emplacement, whatever that facility was, and the anti-tank blocks that stretch across it. I'm pretty much in line with those. Just next to a fence and a path.
One lady here.
I highly doubt it, unless you're talking about me. It's very rude if you are. Come here with all respect. Call me a lady. Deceptive. Lad.
You understand me.
I don't think I fucking do. Make the most of it then. If I understand you so well, give me something to work with. What was your regiment? What was your name? What
Security.
Was I mean, that's not going to be a regiment, is it? But no, don't listen to it, Rory. Don't listen to it. It's bullshit. Can't give me a name, rank, and number, soldier. Name, rank, number. Name, rank, number. Where are you from? Nothing, is there? Absolutely bugger all. I'm literally sat out here on a beach talking to myself.
Help me.
Help me. I'll help you. If you tell me how. Bloody church. I'm now wondering if it isn't Dunwich. Probably a boy, isn't it, Rory? Come on, mate. You've grown up near the fucking coast your whole life.
A lot.
Work it out. A lot. Yeah, it's not church, is it? It's got to be a bell on a buoy. That would make sense as to why it's so active. Because it's bobbing about on the waves. I don't know if anyone's local to the area watching this video and you know
Empire.
what that bell is, please feel free to drop it in the comments. We've just had Empire. Well, that's what you were going for, but you didn't get there, did you? Your sausages are shit. Nothing. There's no Germans here.
I didn't want to die.
I don't think anyone ever did. Well, to be fair, there's probably a few who did. In your line of work, that's a hazard of the job, though, isn't it? Okay, I'm actually like tensing my arm muscles now, just to get some blood flowing. Try and get my fingers back again. It's been alright. No bloody activity, but I fully expected that. That was the chance I was willing to take, coming out here and doing this. It's one of them. There's no record of this incident ever happening in history books, and for me, this here kind of doesn't confirm anything, but to me, it highly suggests that it didn't take place. Who knows though? Do your own research, people. Don't just take my word for it. Look it up. Very few people seem to know about it. I've spoken to friends of mine who've lived in the same town as me, the same amount of time, and they've never heard of it. Just got David through. Hello David, I'm Rory. Nice to meet you. Do you want to touch a device for me? Let me know you're actually here. No? Alright. Thank you very much. Sea's picking up. You can hear it in the distance. Now I've said I think that bell is on a buoy, I just keep getting images of Jaws. You know the scene with the... yeah, you know what I'm on about. Right, I think this is going to conclude our investigation tonight, people. This, yeah, just to say thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. God knows why you would enjoy this, but still, just having a look round for you so you can see what I've been looking at all night. Get the moon. Let's get the moon. There she is. There you go, there's the horizon. You got to see it. I've now got to walk about 1.5 miles back in that direction. Awesome. Right, thanks people. Peace.